athlete at 6'9", 3-level scorer, has every physical tool that you could get. Well, really cool to see former pros now with their kids making
the starting lineups on either side. So Anthony and Ariza will come off the bench. They was coached his own top-tier talent, including being the head coach at
talent that's come through that. So Marshall Cho, no shortage of talent that he's
officials for our 26th 2015. So this group is looking to do exactly that. They certainly have scoring on their star, who has carved out quite the role with FC Barcelona this year, has shown some real
American basketball fans seeing some of these guys that play at the pro level.
Belozier will set it in motion on the drive and finish. That is the
great tray. I mean, look at him just taking on multiple defensive players. Dame Sarr
gets stronger.
He can still fill out. That frame has plenty that he can add.
Yesufu is such an interesting prospect at 6'6", 210. Outside jump. Here's Boozer's first touch. So versatile himself, that jumper.
Not a diss either to say that with Cam Boozer, his floor has to be
about all the time. Winning is a learned skill.
No question.
And those two, to your point, have done it more. And a bump as Ament was trying to National Player of the Year. It was sandwiched with Cooper Flagg last year. 4th player to win it twice. The argument that he has the best high school basketball resume of all time. The open look. He is explosive with the ball in his hand. Sarr showing off the link
to his frame as well.
Boozer in and out. And a rebound. Yesufu, so strong himself. Fend-off. Just doesn't get the roll.
Give him in his role at FC Barcelona. A lot of catch and shoot threes, spreading the floor.
Jay Gilgeous-Alexander's game, and that bucket as blocked by World will get it back. As they've got Jayon Pitt in the
bounding this last summer.
Yesufu, just see that quick first step. Yellow tape.
I loved the way the scoring. I love his effort. The points speak for themselves. And what they
did on the floor on both ends. Deep three, in and out, off drive, look out, he takes off, gets it back, and finally the foul.
By Ribe on that initial drive. I love the way he stayed right there with it.
And then he was overtaken by Darren Peterson going to
well from the field. But we've heard about A.J. DiBonsa for quite
game. Get it up ahead. Kyan Anthony is checked in, and right on cue, Anthony. That's what happened right now.
There's a couple times. I'm sure that it's not
a Hall of Famer was announced just a couple weeks ago during the Final Four. As Harrelson checks in for the first time for the U.S. Spin, Boozer scores on the floor, trying to apply some ball pressure. This is what Meyer does. Comes up short on the
size you up, take you left to bring you back with the spin.
Booth feels like his two sons are ready to further that family name as Brown. About the defensive intensity from DiBonsa early.
Well, think about every defensive possession, and for guys that are his caliber, that sometimes is the last.
That's a force up and comes up short from Pitt. And he fits that Houston culture as he's ready for his freshman season. They'll get him a touch in the post NBA draft.
Well, that's why it's such an honor to get to play in this game, because you look at who has come all the way, but it's an honor to get to play in a game like this.
As Trey McKinney makes his first appearance for the U.S., as does Nick.
He has had a phenomenal week here in Portland. Playmaking, making shots.
Hamenya, the rip through, and two. Tough one, including from Mirkovic.
Pass.
Get it inside, and Mirkovic does the rest.
They go with the clear out here, Noah. It's just this rip and go, use your body, understand when to Illinois.
European and even just overall international with Will Riley coming from Canada last year.
Going for the ultimate in size.
But size that can stretch it.
Skill
has been announced, but you have to feel pretty confident. Mirkovic, Windsor Meyer with some great defense, forced to miss. And then a foul going the other way against Sanak. It was a United States 98-75 back that Shea has had on both sides that he deserves. And then you can make the argument that Nikola Jokic.
It's legit cases on both sides. Both those guys having such phenomenal seasons. Mind-blowing the way that Denver has developed him.
Look, you
he can pass.
Yeah, that was a bullet feed right back to Mirkovic again, but he couldn't finish it. Pitt and Meyer. That's a nice, tough take and finish from Hamenya.
Being for South Sudan, and look at who he's got this year. The Boozer twins at
7. Anthony going to work against Boozer. NBA legacy against NBA legacy. Nice pass inside for the Boozer. Oh, so Nat came in with reckless abandon, just couldn't corral it.
Player that was ranked around 50 to now one of the elite prospects, and he could be one of the guys that when you look back in 20 years, you're like, this dude has made
recruits in the class of 2026. Mirkovic is fouled.
Late on that closeout, and I assume that they're going to get him for not letting him land, but A little bit close to those feet, but I think that was well done.
There were a couple
monitor,
reviews.
But they weren't for flagrant fouls.
No,
they were,
no, they were for clock. Illinois international recruiting legacy. We talked about, confirmed that he's going to the NBA before we completely write it off. Performance. He has vaulted himself to guaranteed first-round pick.
First-round pick. I think Will Riley, if you're a first-round guy, you probably have to go. But
Celebrates a tough bucket and hears it from his teammates. For Johnson, back to Jimena. This is what he does. Just can't stroke it there.
You said maybe a little too aggressive. Just totally run Team USA in the World Cup in 2024 for the U18. Only had 7 points against the United States, but he is certainly looking to.
Working on John. Gets inside and hangs it through. That's upstairs.
That help comes over, and there's nobody home to crack down. Ribe is
knocked away by Jong. Up ahead, Jong trying to beat out this foot race and
time. But what a play by Jong with the knockaway first, and then if you're going to go, you better go to Duncan.
Johnson will just fire it away after the horn.
Gave me this link that it signifies something greater for this world team. Yakachonis, who played last year, an alumni for the world team, started Illinois. They all were given a link. What a step-back move there. Can't finish it, though. They each got a...
Talked about how special it is just to have all these different players of all the different backgrounds on the floor together.
Of not being over-aggressive, but still making an impact. And I think for the U.S. team, I mean, he's a top 5 player in the class of 2025. Doesn't get a shot up on the floor. And yes, for the Team USA guys, there's a little bit more familiarity, but it's for any...
Steal, jump in front, Alozier!
Team World defense has been very connected.
And a turnover.
Offense, and Alozier can certainly do this.
Finished high school at Dream City Christian in Glendale, Arizona. But inside, Ribe, catch, strip. Good hands, out of bounds.
To that left, but if he just goes up right away, he could have easily
sitting courtside, and he mentioned him as one of the reasons he chose UConn. An easy straight Boozer, Ariza, cross, corkscrew, no, Ribe is there.
Team World.
Of great pride that he wanted to represent his Puerto Rican roots. What did that mean to you guys?
I just wanted him to have the opportunity to play against the best players in the world, actually. And play. It's a proud mom moment for her, too, but just for him to have this opportunity on this stage.
You from what you achieved.
I mean, I don't think he understood why I put the actual gym up there.
Carmelo, it's one thing to be a Hall of Famer, get that call for the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame.
First one, the individual one, but that's just a testament to the amount of, again, egos, a lot of pride, a lot of conversation, and at the end of the day, a lot of togetherness. So
to Syracuse, we getting that thing together? You ready for that?
I'm working on it. I'm probably 3/4
Hall of Famer. A couple of explosive plays on either side. Some defense being played, and then some elite.
Some of the skill set. He can really handle it. He can score from the perimeter. He can shoot the basketball.
Lane step-ins and then
but you
transition.
You don't just play for FC Barcelona, especially as an 8.
Spent most of his high school in New Orleans before the final season this last year at Linka here at the Nike Hoop Summit. Top-ranked center in the CAV. We're approaching the midway point of this second quarter. The knockaway from Boozer. The rebound falls right to Mirkovic.
Jalen Harrelson set the court tide.
Ribe gets it away from the double, and the push shot too strong, but 2 free throws for Yesufu.
Available. I'm going to steal points, and that's exactly what Yesufu does right.
Prior to his freshman year to play at St. Joseph High School in Santa Maria, California, mentioned the fact that California high school history. McDonald's All-American himself, as that one falls from a kick.
Dusty May, certainly going to have options with his body. Only physical guard. You go.
Deep one for Sarr, and he knocks it through.
Come
here.
Yeah.
As that's a pull and gets the roll. Nice one for an opportunity for him to pass up as Meyer comes up short on the 3. He just felt like the ability that he was going to have with it, but he just felt like this was something he had to attend for his basketball livelihood.
Well, you hope in teams you can play for. However, if I had to kind of venture of what I think.
But you played overseas. You know how those types of conversations tend to go. And it is.
Well, do you handle a lot of the nonsense? that would be part of that world here.
Cameron Boozer
there and went right over the top. No block out.
Got the mismatch. Yesufu, explosive, step back, money.
A problem. He is so physical.
Brown too strong. Left-footed board goes to Rod. World just looking to continue to pour it on here as Sean Abayev put him up in a hurry.
He can really score.
Right on cue, a chance for 4. Abayev.
National title team is. I mean, what an unbelievable group of talent that they're.
But 99, 2000,
they
2001.
had, whether it's Jay Williams or even their role guys, just studs.
What a just explosive at the rim, and then he's got elite touch on top of it.
On top of that, all the winning plays he does.
Abayev, lefty
flurry after that. Abayev can really score.
Foul on the floor with the floor. Leaves it for McKinney. And he's pure from the mid-range. Here, Abayev, Pitt, Yesufu, Ukis playing catch. Amenya is going to shoot 2. And then some. State titles in 2023 and 2024 don't write. It feels like every year you can just write them in as the #1 recruiting class.
How much ability he has going forward. A lot of potential, but certainly starting to reel.
Lost the handle. He's going to have to put it up. Another late clock bucket.
But it hasn't been necessarily to the rim, but he's been able to get to.
Boozer drive, and a foul is called. Anthony thought he stayed in the discourse surrounding the swag for Yesufu with the wristband.
You could go that direction as well.
But the
different
body type,
different eras that we were brought up in.
Body type as well. It just feels like the movement is there. The body type 6'6", 2 to get more. And again, it just feels like Baylor's going to have an explosive.
Raved about the work ethic and the focus that he's shown. What a block by Amen. Shaking his game. My goodness.
Step back, long 2. He got hit. It didn't matter.
He just kind of drips with that scoring swag. You see the way he can handle it.
He has provided top-tier energy for Team World. Now it's Meyer. Not in.
That was a heat check. If you don't
hook it. Ariza. Oh, blocked by Boozer. So, yeah, I think he was just a good text. That would have been top tier. Makes point Team World advantage.
Well, that's so cool that both the Boozer twins fit
defense. Quick trigger. McKinney finds Nylon. First quarter with a bang. He's looking to do the same in the second. And then had it knocked out of bounds by Amen. Ariza will inbound for the World. Dude, he's going to have to put it up. Comes up short. Good defense by Ariza. Swatted it. What a finish to the first.
That type of effort.
Tunde Yesufu has been an.
Certainly the way they were able to get out, force some mistakes, take advantage of points, and then did not score in the second. The balance for Team World is there here in the second half.
Alozier back on the floor, starting at point guard. Markovic back to Yesufu. Pump, looking to drive, sidestep, patient, jumper is pure.
It's a really heads-up play to shot fake, get booed.
Ribe likes the matchup. Cross, drive, muscle, bucket.
Enough to affect Ribe's ability to block that shot.
Yesufu got it back momentarily and turns it away.
With Dibonsa right there, getting his game on.
And a foul going to go. Yesufu, a lot of what he's done today has been in the mid-range. Another foul going against the World on back.
Looks a lot more like guys that grow up in the United States.
Dibonsa, count it.
It would be fun to watch the NBA guys fly in there and do that. They would be excellent at it.
Played in the Olympics in the past and maybe reprogram their brains.
Athletically, they should.
Ribe trying to enter and a whistle. As Yesufu is going to sit for the World and Taj Ariza is going to check in much higher. 7 to shoot. Ribe is fouled by Boozer.
Boozer's going to make him.
So Ribe to the free throw line. That was being from Germany, growing up during Dirk's prime years, and cheat code on offense. He also had a little bit more of a colorful quote about it as well, but developed bigs in his short time even at UConn.
Well, I think also with the way that Danny Hurley is really excited about getting him on campus.
Boozer, a chance for 3 to go back in a takeover mode as well, but Boozer had 10 rebounds in the first.
It'll be interesting to see how Team World handles it.
Czar, dump it inside. Ribe lost it. Nice play. Second chance. A-cuff, 3-ball. Yes, sir.
And off that loose ball.
Ariza's response, not there. Boozer clears. Ties the game at 56.
Just the effort from Team.
Alozier, hook it. Markovic, lob it inside for Ribe.
that's where
Bonsa tracks it down. Second chance for the United States. Bonsa draws the contact, and he'll get line up.
I'm just happy to be a part of it. You know, I'm happy that I can be a part of the.
That's what you were trying to do.
But D Rose and John Wall, that's what we're talking about right there.
Bonaventure one is
that's the gold. That's the gold standard right there.
Looking to get it inside. They get to put Ribe on the bench with 4 personal fouls, so for the world as well. So Yesufu, Alozie, Ariza, and now a change with Meyer coming in. Yesufu, Mirkovic, and Sarr are the 5 for the world. A-Cup, 4 to shoot. Ariza drive. Oh, beautiful finish, and then gets it done with a block, but a foul is called.
The foul line.
5-star recruit.
But Brown with his growth spurt, he could really shoot. He certainly had burst, but
now. Now, if he does that with Nate Ament, is that like the seal? Working on Zhang. Close it up and in. Count it on the foul. Zhang was loud and energetic in the first half, so I'm sure that plenty of stops. Looking to get inside. The foul's going to be called on Sanak as Mirkovic took a shot.
To see that.
Amenya's going to check in for Sanak, who just picked up his 3rd foul. In the back, Boozer, Bonsa to the rim. He's fouled. He had those 10 first-quarter points, only 5 since, including that free throw.
And how far strength and conditioning has come for high school athletes. 185 pounds. I was so thin. And you know, like that's the thing, and now it's a part of it.
Yesufu out of control and a turnover.
Defense and their effort has been so much better in this second half.
Now McKenna, opportunity. He came in the game and just lit up with back-to-back threes, including a 4-point play in the first half. Facing against Yesufu. They have been going at each other all night, and Bonsa
we've ever seen.
Yes.
You know, that's not hyperbole.
Yeah, Jamaica. He's got 19 points here.
Tough break for Team World to lose him.
They're trying to recover defensively. He'll pull. Short. Miracle. That was dangerous. Ariza appears to be okay. He had his. I don't think it was Ariza necessarily.
No, I think it was.
Must have been on the. Putting us through that. Boozer extends it to 9. That just make you sound real smart.
Yeah, like as you
Such
maybe
a good
make
teammate.
it, we'll see if you make mistakes. But
Double. We had 10 rebounds in the forum. Taken away again. Amenya up ahead. Brown attacking. And a foul right now. You forget as you're watching them go up and down that these are 17 and 18.
The strength and conditioning aspect, but it's also the skill level. The way that these guys play now.
It very much is reminiscent for last year's game, which was pretty close all the way. And in the second half overall, 56-35. This one right now, 28. Bake, drive, float, and he banks it home.
You don't always see that from guys that grow up playing overseas. He certainly
doesn't get the 3, and then the rebound going the other way, and the knock.
He's at the EuroLeague level. That is high-level basketball. Yeah, Ariza definitely likes it to kind of.
So Anthony out there, along with Mirkovic, Alozie stripped. Boozer so active defensively.
Quarter defensively.
Cam Boozer rattles home the triple.
I don't know what you do with him.
He's also the loudest guy on the floor right now. He's been so vocal.
No question.
Mirkovic couldn't get it. Alozie does. Couldn't finish. And the rebound finally scooped up. Markovic, 5 to shoot. And a foul to bail him out on McKinney.
His celebrations in the first half were.
We need more. We need more.
They get him back.
Bonsa all over him. 3-ball, bottom.
Markovic, national team.
And they will count the bucket and the foul.
All-American game any other time, and he is hunting shots.
It's a 13-point Team USA lead. It's been 5 lead. Anthony gets a screen taken away, and it's showtime for Bonsa. AJ.
So easy for AJ Bonsa. Like, just in terms of the.
Another 3. 2 for 1 up, difference between the shot clock and game clock. Boozer, shimmy, just stick with the play, and perfect defense from Team World.
Team World,
too strong. And Amenya claims the board. 10 seconds remaining in this third quarter. DiBonsa step back at the horn, and he's fouled. And I think a bias game, and now he surpassed it with 22 points. 1.4 seconds left. Pick ball instead. Markovic is open. Can't hit the three. Rebound swipe down, and that's a new out. And Abayev says, I'll take that for 2.
A little bit of a flat tire there. I thought expansion there. Team World able to find that.
Acuff's going to get 2 free throws.
Acuff can't make them. He can. He's a really talented player. #1 point guard in the class.
So Cam Boozer's going to sit. As Sanak comes back in, was on the bench with now to make it a 13-point game. Oh, what a spin inside for Alozier.
21 and 14, had 37 double-doubles in 39 games.
Center in the country. 7'1" wingspan. Georgie from the University of Kentucky, where he'll be playing next year.
Like Jalen Harrelson is a big-time player, but you just don't get that much opportunity.
Acuff with a tip. Now Sarr right down the lane. Had it. I'm not sure. He is so highly touted on his way to BYU. He said playing for Kevin Young. BYU is building something big time. Talk about big time scoring. He's got blocked by the rim. Bayev. Is this one going up?
Sure. We knew that answer. Going up.
Acuff at the controls. Yesufu and Meyer will check it. Amenya. Weak side rebound pulled in by Mark. Attack, and he's fouled. Mid-range, especially using his physicality.
Well, Ace Bailey is an
and certainly the body type to a certain degree.
They're similar body types, but different players.
That's right. Wait a second, we did that game together.
You know, when you do 84 games, they start to run together.
Leaving is Markovic.
A foul, too.
Johnson, open, 3-ball, way too strong. Marino saved it. Mark Alozier, pump, step back, 3-ball, short. Couple of
shooting like 0% on transition lobs, so
yeah, that's
we haven't seen those completely with the no call.
Acuff's 3-ball is good.
Brings so much to the table.
Just fits what he's recruited. Acuff 6'2", maybe a little undersized, and Meyer can't get the bounce. But think about what
he's had small point guards and thrived with them.
So a pedophile fake and bams it home.
You watch Cam Boozer in this game, you figure out
tonight. Yesufu had the huge first half, been somewhat quiet in the second. A follow from Rye.
Block out.
Acuff just gets it across. DiBonsa staying on the floor with thought about it. Alozier drives, hangs, and he's fouled. Ribe wanted
to continue on and play with a brother or a twin, and you know all those examples. But
the twins that we showed during that pack certainly did. As the DiBonsa turns from schools, they end up at 2 different NBA teams and never quite get
with the Morris twins. That it was a real challenge for them.
It was that
when
first year.
When they first started, because they
back 3.
You better be careful there.
Yes, you do.
I don't know if you can get fined in
Can't hit the 3. This is still very much available for Team World. A timeout called by Team USA, and Marshall Cho is fired up.
This game is very much still in the balance.
So leak out. Sarr ahead of the pack. Long strides, and he's fouled.
Player, it's the same thing. You're going up there to try to tip dunk that thing and make sure that nobody can swipe it off.
This to 2 possessions.
Has to handle the basketball better. These turnovers have fueled this.
And they do blow the whistle. Yesufu, not shy. Bottom! Big time 3!
It's like the U.S. was on cruise control home, and now this is...
Acuff, floater, got it. Big bucket for
Pop, but what a heck of a play by Darius Acuff to stop the bleeding.
Leave it back for him. Sarr will try. It's blocked, and a foul on DiBonsa. But at the free throw line as well, as being one of the moments and areas of his game that he's worked.
Certainly sacrificed with his own pro career. Who knows what will happen with Barcelona going. For him to come over here and deal with what he's dealt with and now play well.
DiBonsa extra, Boozer corner, 3-ball. He late. Yesufu on the attack, push it off. Amenya clinging to a 3-point lead. ripped. Yesufu all alone for the Bills.
There is a help defender. Yesufu being to the ball and just rips him on the dribble drive.
Game clock, 10 to shoot now for Acuff. The world needs one more stop. It's loose. He put it up from the deck, missed it. Rebound. Yesufu, 20 seconds, puts it up, couldn't bank it home. Rebound. U.S. has it, and DiPonsa get it in, and the quick foul. One of the winningest players in high school basketball history, Cam Boozer, to send him to the line. Double-doubles over 4 high school seasons. Just nails. U.S. neither with a foul to give, and the U.S. has the possession arrow. And they'll knock that one away. It's a two-fingertip.
I don't know. I thought maybe he whiffed.
Alozie Yesufu, and the inbounder is Sars. Yesufu weaving his way through to the rim. He scores! Ties it with points. Basketball to start overtime. McKinney stays on the floor, and he will get it in towards the end of the fourth. Acuff off the screen, lob it inside. Oh, big finish for
Green to top with the ball screen, get downhill, and throw it up for Boozer to go.
Yesufu. Physical, too strong. Rebound. 3 steals.
It looked like DiPonsa was a lock for MVP, assuming the U.S. wins. But
triple. So 5 quick points from the U.S. Spins, fades, short. Perfect defense by Boozer. Pulls. A little bit off. Pitch, bounce it. Yesufu, back down. 2 physical for 2.
Won the battle, but here you go right back to it. Yesufu is just going to keep coming.
Swing, ball fake, Brown, short.
The U.S. was just a little bit.
Load up the 3. Drive, right position, just couldn't squeeze it. DiPonsa didn't see. McKinney for 3. Arizona commit on the steal. Acuff all alone. It would probably rank in the top 3.
Yeah, I'd love it.
You're putting a top 1.
Didn't think we'd be talking about that with 2 to go.
No, listen, I didn't think it would be 2 to go in overtime. McKinney has been a difference maker here in OT.
Just so versatile, good player.
3 ball and a foul. Another jump shooter is fouled with 1:46 left. Brown has played 22. Oh, give and go, Alozie, and a bump is going to be called on the pass. Back to 9. Just a little bit of everything, but he misses the second. Keeps this at 9. They're back ramped up, and McKinney buries the defense.
Exciting to have a 2-way player that's a shot maker, 3-and-D type guy.
Great player of the year, and more free throws now for Brown.
And how cool for him, Noah, to get to now go to Michigan, where his family has certainly been there. Can pass.
Markovich. He has. And Brown is just patting his.
And 0 for 7 from 3. But it practiced.
And Mirkovic will sit. We've got a foul on the catch.
The fourth quarter was just a little bit of a change up there.
In overtime. Yesufu, what a game. 24 points. And the foul's given by Ariza.
He was not giving that up.
No,
I don't blame him one
bit. He's building. Shooting practice. Ariza, 40 seconds left. Had it ripped. Brown, more free throws.
And those numbers, they don't say stole it at the line.
No.
You know, if that ball hangs up there, so he was playing on the team I was on, he told me, do not do that to me ever again.
Markovich, pump, patient. Alozie, hangs. Oh, he was looking for
Cam Boozer.
You know, it's actually shocking how many NBA players can't palm a basketball.
Yeah.
Because you would think.
It's really hard to complete a play like that if you can't palm it.
That's another 3. Weak side rebound, and 11.8 seconds left. 16 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 37.
This is a normal All-Star game.
Correct.
So, he's in his class, and he's the number 4 player in Cali, and all of them are in Southern Cali. Markovich,
at this point, it's also, and that'll do it. Incredible comeback effort from Team World.
Con nhìn con ra đấy của cụ à? Con ra con cầm đi, con lấy đi. Con ra lấy của cụ à? Ngoan lắm.
À, được rồi, cô xin. À, một xin nhá. À, được rồi, một xin. À, được một nè.
Không ăn đấy, mẹ cất đi nhá. Gật đầu. Đấy, không ăn đấy, mẹ cất đi nhá. Gật đầu ngay.